crazy. We have to vote.
I love that
nothing
place.
with black
Why don't we
people.
just move? What's the problem?
That's what made Angel said.
What you afraid of? Come on.
We were like,
Come on,
That's what all
Daddy.
those kids have.
Come on, Daddy.
Their parents.
Fearless. I ain't scared of nothing. I'll move anywhere. Why? I am woman. Hear me roar. Roar.
This is yours.
There's nothing in yours. Yours?
Yeah.
No, there's not. There's like a set. That'll count.
Did you refill the bottle?
No.
Why do we have a cancer and a bottle?
I don't know what you're talking about, Daddy.
It's funny. All I smell is pickles because we ate pickles.
and Pickle is right there.
It's literally right there.
No, because yeah.
You're literally surrounded by.
All my smell has this pickles.
Oh.
The finishing light topic is, what is your best job and the worst job you ever had?
Alright, I mean, you're talking and shit. Go ahead.
The worst the worst job I ever had was
Oh my god.
working at, well, I didn't really work there. I got hired at the age of 16 at McDonald's, but I never worked there. Never. Ever worked there. It's like, but I sat there and then I found, and then like the managers and everybody, they didn't even care. Like they were like some really bad, yeah, really bad managers.
Oh wait. You went there, did the interview.
Mm-hmm.
They hired you, but you never worked a day.
I have a similar story.
Nope.
I worked at CVS. I'm gonna list it as my worst job because in college I already had 3 jobs at the time. But I needed another job. Because I was a writing major and I was like, I need more money. I'm a broke college student. I need money. So I was like, give me some overnight hours at CVS. 24-hour CVS. I interviewed, I excelled at it. But 2 weeks went by after I was hired and I'm like, I'm still not on the schedule. So I quit. And I was like, you don't even pay me, so it don't really count as working there. I didn't have one paycheck there. No one called to check up on me. It was like, y'all let me walk through the cracks. I was willing to work here in the night shifts, like, but it was a blessing in disguise because I didn't need a 4th job. I had 3 jobs. Like when on breaks, I would work at Giant Eagle. I had a work study job. I also worked in the newspaper that I got paid for.
Too much. I think, well, I have 2 worst jobs. I've had a lot of jobs. When I was a kid, well, I wasn't really a kid, I was like a teenager. But there was this lady that lived down the hall from us. She was real sickly. But she used to walk up and down the halls like that was her exercise or whatever. So this one day, I don't know where I was going, but she stops me. She says, hey, I was wondering, you're such a sweet girl. Would you mind, do you want a job? I was like, sure, yeah, sure. I'll pay you. I don't even remember how much it was, but it wasn't enough. It was like something that, you know, like some monthly amount. Like maybe like $100 a month, something like that. I just need somebody to help me around the house. You don't really have to clean much, but just, you know, for a couple of hours, you sit there and, you know. So she was like, I'll pay you $100 a month just to come in and do whatever. I think it was one. I thought she needed like a companion to walk with her up and down the halls and maybe sit with her and watch TV. So my first day, I went to her house and she was like, well, you know, the reason why I'm like this is because I was poisoned and now I can only have a liquid diet. So this is what I need you to do. Yo, she had all this weird shit that she wanted me to grind up in this blender. And when I say weird shit, I'm talking about stuff that just don't go. Like, you know, chickpeas and weird shit.
Chickpeas
like
are
raw
delicious.
chicken and
Oh,
shit.
that don't go either.
And then this powder, and it smelled terrible. It was like this grayish, it was disgusting. And then she's like, I just need you to grind this stuff up, put it in the blender, add some water, and then I need you to put it in here. And then I'm pouring this up, and I'm a kid, so you know, kids looking at some, whatever it is, all lumpy and disgusting. And so I'm like, I mean, whatever makes you float, go ahead, here. But then here it went left. I know you're probably wondering what this tastes like. Why don't you go in there and pour you a cup? It's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, I'm good. I think I'm okay. No, I insist. Go try it. I think you should know what I'm drinking. My dumb ass
Why?
went in there and poured myself a cup.
Ew.
And I had to drink this shit.
Ew.
And when I tell you it smelled better than it tastes, I was like, ew. So night goes on, I'm like heaving the entire time because I'm like, this is terrible. So we're literally just sitting in her living room. I'm like, all right, well, it's almost time for me to go. Cool, I'm almost off. I hate this. Oh, I see you're about to be off. Could you do me one more favor? Could you go in my freezer and get me a pack of peas? There should be a couple of packs of peas. I'm like, bitch, didn't you already eat? Didn't you just drink that whole thing full of shit?
Like, she has some issues internally
She
that
said,
she had to work out.
Go give me these peas. So I go in there and find these packs of peas. When I walk from around the corner of the kitchen, this bitch is ass naked, laid out on her little chair. I mean, ass naked. She's older. Like, she's not like, you know, it wasn't pleasant to look. She's all shriveling and shit, and it's just out there, you know, just a
She
flowing
asked
and
you to do something.
No, she wanted me to put peas on her shit and on her legs and stuff.
Ew.
And then, you know, you are what you eat. So unfortunately, the entire room, when she took her robe off, smelled like whatever that shit was that she drank. Needless to say, I finished my shift, and that was the last time I worked for her. I didn't even give her an explanation. Like, I would see her every day, like, oh, well, you didn't answer my phone calls. Bitch, never. But yeah, that was one of my, the next worst job was I worked at the movie theater as like a cleaning person. That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It made me hate people that go to the movies. And I was one of those people because every night the movie theater is trashed. Like, there's popcorn everywhere in places where popcorn just don't go. And then you clean it all up. And then you go home and come back and it's all trashed again.
That there's popcorn everywhere where popcorn just don't
Popcorn does not belong in a male urinal. Okay? It does not belong there. It does not. It never has.
If
It
that's
never
what
will.
came out of it.
No. I hope that's not coming out of somebody's pee. That's some fucked up shit. No, but it was just terrible. And then we were rushing to do it because we only had like 4 hours to clean. Like, you go to a movie theater, it's like 13, you know, auditoriums. You gotta clean all of those within this time frame. And some of them just don't get done. And then you get based on the next time you come into work. Well, there was still popcorn in this one. I said, you paid us for 4 hours to get this shit done. There's 13 of these places in here, and each one of them are trash. And they want us to use this little broom and this little dustpan, not a vacuum, little broom and little dustpan to go up and down each and every aisle to get the popcorn and pop and sticky shit. And then you have to do all the other stuff. Like, oh, I quit. I quit. 2 words
You
jobs.
know what?
Yeah.
What was your favorite job?
My favorite job was working on set and filming a movie that they shot here in Pittsburgh with Viola Davis and Maggie Gyllenhaal. Because it really wasn't a job, it was actually fun. Like, there's nothing better than being excited at 4 a.m. to go to work. Because every day I know that something exciting is going to happen. Like, you know, you're opposite somebody, you got to learn lines, you get free food. Emphasis, you get free food. Like, it's never a dull moment. We're always doing something, and it's something that I wanted to do. So that was definitely my best job. I did that for 8 weeks.
What was your
It was
favorite
great.
job?
My favorite job was actually working at the hospital with people.
Alrighty. My favorite job was working as a secretary because secretaries know everything. I enjoy using all the skills that I have and all the things that I'm good at. But I was like, oh gosh, at some point I had to move on because there was layoffs that happened the last time I was a secretary, and they wanted me to do the job of 3 different people
On a secretary.
on one salary.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, we let them go, but their tasks is like, I was the secretary. I was an admissions consultant, not admissions, an advisor. I was helping the people that were non-decided decide because they were in their 3rd year, and by 3rd year you need to decide what you were gonna do with
You
your
should
life.
have been getting paid more for working these other jobs that you did not, that wasn't yours.
I was a secretary that was managing 3 different people. 3 different people. It's like it was 3 deans. I was managing their calls, their mails, their correspondence, and then on top of that, I was being an advisor. And then I was like,
You should have been getting paid.
You should have been getting paid a salary for each of those jobs. Every time you switched roles, they should have switched your salary. Like,
I was on them all at the same time.
Yeah, you should have been getting like triple pay.
But I enjoyed being a secretary because it was like, you gotta be like this, you gotta be wit. Like, when I first started being a secretary, it was after college, and they asked me to stay on. I've worked pretty much in every department of a college besides financial aid. But I was the adjunct professor's secretary. Do you know how many adjunct professors there
That's a
are
lot.
at a college?
I think I haven't even really met a full-time professor. Like, they're all adjuncts. I was like, so you leave here and you go teach somewhere else too? I also teach somewhere else. I also teach somewhere. I'm like, wait, what?
And they don't treat them very well because they don't get. I finally got to see how much they make. They don't make nothing.
Half of my professors, like from my last semester, like this last semester, quit. They were just like, it's not working.
If teachers were smart right now, they would. Oh, they could get a hell of a bag right now because they're already certified teachers, which you could absolutely do during a pandemic. Is you could start your own homeschool with no more than 10 students, or if you want to do less, you can do that. And you could charge the parents for schooling if that's what you wanted to do.
We gotta pause for a second because this chicken right here, I need them to know that this one right here, y'all fucked up. She could cook. She taken, but she could cook.
I see you put some seasoning on there too.
Woo!
Girl, you sprinkle some seasoning on there too.
That's you see, certain people that can cook, they got this special juice that comes out the tips of their fingers that they don't know about, and it just injects into the food. That's why you can never get it just like them, because they special and they be like.
Y'all just trying to make me feel better. I was like, this chicken.
No, trust me, if it was fucked up, I would have told you. I feel like, as a black person, you can't fuck up chicken. And I've proven my point. You can't fuck up chicken.
I didn't even put a sauce on it. I was like, I'm just gonna leave it as a juicy piece of thigh and just have it.
That sounded real wrong, but okay. You're gonna leave it as a
So
juicy piece
what
of thigh?
will the next episode be about?
Oh, we don't.
We're not gonna say it on camera because while we were talking, I kind of mapped out.
You guys will just be surprised.
Y'all should have filled up 3 sticky notes full of. Y'all get ready. Y'all are definitely in on a treat. Y'all are in for a treat. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I definitely.
Thank you for tuning in. The wine that we were sipping on when we first started was Wrath. Amazing. I can't wait to figure out, randomly pick another wine from Wines and Spirits because it's been doing us well so far.
Yep. Yeah. And by the way, when she says we were sipping on it, that means we finished that bottle and have moved on. Call it evolving. You know.
We should have bought another bottle, but I'm definitely buying another bottle tomorrow for our camping trip.
Ooh, yeah. By the way, we're going camping. I know what y'all are going to say. Black people don't camp. Yes, they do.
Ain't nothing better to do right now.
They car camp. We ain't like hiking into a ravine like y'all see on the movies. We're doing it the safe way, the black people way, where we have an escape vehicle or 3 to get away. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it should be somewhere around like right around here. You should know who I am by now. It's Angelleetv. Follow me on Instagram, Lee Angels, Angelleetv. Go to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and these wonderful ladies here, we got the Chardonnay.
I'm at Just Day everywhere but Twitter right now because I've been banned for these. I don't know when I will ever be able to get back on Twitter, but that's Twitter's loss, not mine at this point.
She ain't lying. And the... Oh, Lord, she forgot our own.
Hold on. My Instagram name is...
What is your name?
Lindsay. Hi.
The Snickle Fritz.
But my Instagram name is McWilson89. Follow me.
Don't follow her. Don't follow her because she didn't even know her own name. I would like to thank Miss Sade Jones, the youngest man that ever
And I
did
would
it.
like to thank Lindsay McWilson for being amazing.
Y'all should know me by now. It's Angelleetv. If you ain't already, like, subscribe, tell a friend.